The new defense minister delivered some strong words of criticism about the state of the German armed forces to the Bundeswehr's top brass.
The organization and structures of the Bundeswehr are not satisfactory for its current, let alone its future, role. That also applies to its capabilities, its financing, and to its command structure.
Thomas de Maizier's answer: sweeping radical change. Above all, cost-cutting is on the agenda, with bureaucracy, hardware, and even generals facing the chopping block, all with the aim of honing the Bundeswehr for foreign deployments, like here in Afghanistan. De Maizier's predecessor, Karl Theodor zu Guttenberg, said he was leaving solid foundations for reform when he quit amid a scandal in March. But the new minister says there was a lot of work left to do.
The figures I found in no way corresponded to the medium-term financial planning. First of all, we had to bridge the gap.
The biggest change, ending the decades-old system of conscription in favor of an all-volunteer army. But since the beginning of the year, there haven't been enough volunteers signing up. De Maizière has responded by cutting his recruitment target from 15,000 to just 5,000 per year. The opposition is openly critical.
The job of getting young people to join up has failed before it even got started. And if they're now only aiming for a few thousand, that's no ambition.
Herausforderungen meistern.
The Bundeswehr has taken the offensive with a large-scale advertising campaign, but the numbers are still falling short. Critics feel vindicated.
Bundeswehrreform, ihre Chance.
Giving up conscription was politically careless, economically costly, and militarily pointless or even damaging. Conscription provided the Bundeswehr with valuable newcomers that they now have to attract at a very great cost. But Thomas de Maizière inherited this situation from his predecessor, and since he can't reverse it, he has to work with it.
The main aim of the reform is re-engineering the Bundeswehr as a fighting force abroad. Germany is often criticized by its allies for not pulling its weight on the international stage. De Maizière seems willing to change that.
In the future, I'm convinced that Germany will be requested more than ever before by the United Nations to deploy forces, even when there is no apparent direct interest for Germany.
The defense minister's statement sparked a debate on how, when and where German soldiers should be sent into action. Whatever the outcome, de Maizière wants to sharpen the Bundeswehr's capabilities, but that may not be easy.
He'll only be able to achieve that, and he must achieve that, with the support of the Bundestag, especially the two governing parties, and in particular their budgetary people. He'll have to convince them because it will cost a lot of money.
And costs for foreign deployments are set to rise even further. De Maizière wants to expand the number of troops ready for deployments from 7,000 to 10,000. The Armed Forces Association is skeptical.
If we're talking about 10,000, structural changes will definitely be necessary to make more soldiers available for deployments. But I'm warning against focusing solely on infantry. We need at least special infantry, such as paratroopers and mountain infantry. That's the weakness we have in Afghanistan at the moment. We're just scraping by there.
It's just the beginning of a major reform process, but the orders have been given and the priorities are clear.
Defending national interests, shouldering international responsibility, forging security together.
Tasked with reforming the Bundeswehr on a large scale, Thomas de Maizière is ready for battle.